Principle number one of arm balancing. Unlike when you're standing upright, your hands are actually your feet. Your hands are doing most of the holding. So the first thing we need to think about is building it from the ground up. And the ground is going to be your hands, right? Any arm balance, even most inversions, but any arm balance is going to start with the relationship between your hands and the ground. Now, there's a concept in yoga called the bandhas. And a bandha means an energetic lock. And the idea behind energetic locks is that we can trap energy inside ourselves to create an upward lift away from the floor. The energy in our body tends to flow downwards, and the bandhas serve to lift the energy upwards and to create buoyancy and lightness. So we have the Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor bandha. We have Uddiyana Bandha, which is the upward flying lock. Essentially, it's the diaphragm muscle pulling in and up. We have Jalandhara Bandha, which is achieved by pulling the chin down and back, which creates the throat lock. But we have a ton of other bandhas that are not talked about as often. The most important one in arm balancing are going to be Uddiyana Bandha and Hasta Bandha. You have a bandha or an energetic lock in your hands. So I want you to open your hand nice and wide and really stretch your fingers out. Stretch your fingers out so much that you end up creating a little pocket of space in the palm of your hand. So really feel like you're stretching those fingers out away from you. Yeah. And I like to think of creating a suction cup with my hands. Imagine you were to put those hands down on the floor with that same action of pulling the fingers away. You would actually have a little bit of lift underneath the palm of your hand, right? This energy flying upwards. So do this with your hands and kind of curl your fingers a little bit. And then place your hands on the floor and come onto all fours. And activate your fingertips. Press them into the ground. Lift the inner part of your palm, engage Hasta Bandha, and then imagine the energy shooting all the way up your arm. My favorite analogy for this is imagine your hands are suction cups and you're trying to suck energy up through your hands and out of the ground, right? And you know how cats, I have two cats, you know how cats do this like kneading action? Some people call it making biscuits. I want you to make biscuits on your mat. So really pull your mat as if you were actually going to pick it up off the ground. Create this suction and start to feel how the muscles inside your hand, in the palm of your hand, and the muscles inside your fingers, or at the bottom of your fingers, I should say, really start to activate. But you kind of come here and make your biscuits and start to activate your breath. Big inhale. And big exhale. And keep it going until your fingers get a little bit tired, right? We really want to find that super strong hand activation. And what this serves to do, secretly, we are strengthening our fingers, we're strengthening our wrists, and we are training our brain to understand this concept of upward lift away from the floor. So as you start with your hands, think about energy lifting up. That energy is also going to lift up through your core. It's going to lift up through your shoulder blades, and your entire body is picking yourself up away from the floor, right? Essentially working against gravity. And it all starts right here.